Check 1 2. So, good morning and welcome to the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living. And our meditation will start in a couple moments. My name is Lance Rath. I am a spiritual practitioner here at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, and I welcome you. And I'm grateful for you to be here today in the audience and also online. So at this moment, I invite you to settle into your chair and just notice your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. And all you have to do is note your breath. You don't have to force it. You don't have to be conscious of it. You don't need to influence it. It is a miracle that your body just does this automatically all the time. And this is what lets you live. Breathing in and breathing out. That automatic gift of life that happens every few seconds through you. So we're just noticing that for right now. And if you're able, even just be grateful for that. Grateful for noticing and noting that this is what happens. This is what allows you to live and experience life, that automatic process of breath. Breathing in. Breathing out. And as you note your breath, allow your body to relax even more. I like to envision a soft source of energy coming in somewhere atop the crown of my head and slowly flowing and falling onto my scalp and over and even through the rest of my head and my neck and my shoulders. A soft, soothing energy. It's continuously flowing, sending relaxation down into my body, through my upper back, my chest, the rest of my torso. Beautiful, relaxing energy through my hips, thighs, calves, through my feet, my toes, the spaces between my toes, and down into the ground. Soft, gentle, relaxing energy flowing through my body. Always with something I'm noting right now. So the meditation today will be a lot of silence, and I'll interspace it with a sentence here or two throughout, focused on gratitude. So just note your breath. If any thoughts come in, that's fine. As Bob Ross would say, happy little thoughts floating as clouds through my mind. You can just note those too, but don't grab on. Just allow them to float through. It's completely normal, completely natural. If you happen to fall asleep, that's fine too. So for the next few moments, we'll just enjoy some silent meditation. So today and right now, I take a moment to feel gratitude for my body. That takes care of itself, allows me to be alive and to experience life. For my senses, for being able to hear some of the most particularly beautiful sounds, laughter, children, babies, the sweet songs of birds, the voice of my loved ones. For being able to see the amazing colors of the rainbows, clouds floating through the sky, the landscape, the open prairie, the beautiful mountain ranges, trees, rivers. That my body has the ability to take that in, to be appreciative of it, to experience it. The sweet smell of a forest, pines and spruce, flowers, and anything else that you particularly enjoy the smell of. And of course, to touch and to be touched, to feel a hug, to feel the warmth of another. And who can forget taste? Chocolate. And whatever else you particularly enjoy. Just being grateful to be able to experience life in that way. So today and right now, I just take a moment to be grateful to being able to experience life. Today and right now, I take this moment to be grateful for choice. That although circumstances and the so-called outside world can certainly affect me, and I have my predeterminations, that at any moment I can pause and make conscious choices. I can say yes, I can say no, and I can look for a third option, or maybe a fourth or a fifth. That I am gifted with an innate intelligence that allows me to be a choice. That I can choose to pause. I can choose to just take a deep breath. And I can shift my attitude, my thoughts, and my behaviors. That I am not an automatic being. That my beingness is in fact based on choice. And what an amazing gift and ability that is. That's always there, always available. And that's what makes life exciting. So today and right now, I'm grateful for being able to be at choice. Right here, right now, I'm grateful that I made the choice to be here, to take these moments of meditation, to be with myself, to center into the core of who I am. To recognize that intrinsic piece of me that just is. And to go a little beyond that and recognize that beingness within me, that life, is of the one life, is of that one source and cause and beingness that is this universe, that is all that's ever going on around me and within me. To take these moments of peace and relaxation and recognize that love within me, that love that is me, that love that surrounds me, that one love, that one life. That beingness and that experience. And if I really get into it and allow myself to feel, I become awestruck at this gift of life. So I am grateful for my decision to have been here today, to sit in silence and just simply be with myself and with the one. So now, you beloved, I invite you to bring your awareness back into that amazing body that you have. Return back into your physicality. And just slowly return. You can note your breath again, that automatic breathing in and breathing out. Return your sensation. Return your awareness back to the sensations of your body. Perhaps there's a little kink or a little stiff place. Feel free now to give that some love, some attention. Let it loosen out. Do a stretch. You can wiggle your fingers and toes. And come back to this life, to your life, and to all the magic that you're able to experience. So once again, thank you for joining me today in meditation. We'll have the band up here in a few minutes. Let's just simply enjoy being until then. Thank you again. Namaste.
My voice it soars, but will I speak up? My eyes do see, but will I look? These boots do walk, but will they show up? Gotta give up my people-pleasing ways, share the lies of yesterday. Yeah, these hands are strong, but will they break through? This well-laid walls of doubt and shame. My heart's been drenched in brick and mortar, but I brought the wall into the world and I can tear it down. So watch out, I am done with hiding. I'm through stumbling around. Wake up, time has come for me to know it. Only love is speak and show it. Unstoppable, blue eyes that see the haze that's lifted. This pounding heart won't be contained. And I can hear the faintest whisper, rumbling, rising, thumping, driving. Well, my soul has gotta sing. Watch out, I am done with hiding. I'm through stumbling around. Wake up, time has come for me to know it. Only love is speak and show it. Unstoppable, playing hide and seek with all my secret dreams. I can keep them locked inside of me, or I can choose to live them out, or I can choose to live unstoppable. I am whatever I say I am. I'm through stumbling around. Wake up, time has come for me to wake up. Better believe I'm gonna wake up. Time has come for me to speak and show it. Wanna say it, work it, take it, do it. Believe it, live it, think it's easy, yeah. Unstoppable.
Good morning. I am not Dr. Pat. My name's Lance. I'm your MC today. Where do I
Yes.
click? Oh, yeah. Turn it on. That might help, maybe. Hey? Is it? Oh, maybe not. Maybe. Doesn't matter. Okay. Oh, yep. There we go. I'm hitting the wrong button. Hit the right button, and it works better. So again, welcome. My name is Lance Rath. I'm a practitioner here at the center. I did the meditation. I'll be doing the treatment a little bit later. Our awesome speaker will be Doug today, but I'll get more to that later. But right now, I just want to let you know that at the Calgary Center for Spiritual Living, we very much believe that we honor all paths. Everyone's on a spiritual journey is what we believe. Whatever that journey looks like to you is what it looks like to you. And we honor whatever path that is that you're on. So there's a little bit of symbols here that represent some of the world's religions. We don't consider ourselves a religion. We call ourselves a faith tradition. And we're the V in the top left-hand corner of the slide here. But you can see the others. Dr. Pat always likes to point out the question mark guy with the rays coming out of his head. Also one of my favorites. I've been that guy many times in my life, just kind of wondering what the heck. So, yeah. Okay, I think we're ready for our song. All right. So our band, Amy, Lisa, Louise, Steph, and Oliver.
Take a look at the person next to you.
The person next to you.
Say, I recognize the God in you.
Say I recognize the God in you.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come sanctuary.
Feel the love in the sanctuary.
Lift your voice and repeat after me. We come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love, we come together. We come together. We come together. In the name of love.
Woo! Elevation. All right, I'll go through some announcements because that's part of my job here. So I don't think this is anything new. We're open again. We have for a few weeks now. Please wear a mask, physical distancing. We're at 1/3 capacity. There won't be any after service coffee. Not that you probably even remember what that looks like at this point, because it's been so long that we've done something like that. I really look forward to it happening again, but it's not for right now. And yeah, we don't care if you're vaccinated or not. So that's that. Quick note that Pelli Dlamini will be doing a workshop on Saturday, December 11th. If you don't know Pelli, she was a practitioner, and she still is a practitioner, but she has moved to Africa. She did so a number of months ago. But she will be doing an online Zoom workshop. It's $20 as a love offering, and if you want to participate in that, send an email with story in the memo to office@calgarycsl.org. And you can hear all about her story, and it's also a storytelling workshop, so I would encourage it. Her story is amazing on what she was able to manifest and make that all happen on her trip back home, where she has her roots. So, all right. Our big, huge, very important financial monetary fundraiser is coming up, and that's going to be on Wednesday and Thursday, March 30th and 31st. We are looking for specifically general managers, bankers, supervisors, cashiers, and if you don't know what any of that is, but you're just willing to participate, fantastic. Just send an email to, again, info@calgarycsl.org. Give the office a call between 10 to 3 on a Monday to Thursday, and we'd love to talk to you about that and have you participate. It is a major source of money for the center. So if you can volunteer, we would super grateful, appreciate it. All right, and a few other things. So we do a lot throughout the week as well, besides Sundays. On Monday, we've got Ron does the Consciousness Seekers in the evening. Dr. Pat does Wednesdays at noon, coffee with her. We also have a Thursday meditation every evening on Thursdays at 7. And then we also do the Saging Circle, which I think technically is for people 65 and up, but maybe you're 60-ish or late 50-ish. Go ahead and join, I think. You can pop in. And so if you want to participate in any of those, all the information's on the website, and you can just sign up through Zoom links on there. If you're ever confused, again, just contact the office. We will guide you. All right, it is sacred time and spiritual mind treatment with me. So I guess that's my job. So this is our time just to be spiritually focused. Take a moment and sing along with the chant with Amy.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light. Love expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light.
So at this moment, I take a moment to really recognize and know and see that one love, the one divine source that is in and behind all things. That flow of energy, of consciousness, of love and light, that creator, that creative force, that infinite intelligence that brings itself into all that it creates, which is all that it also is. And because it is in everything, it is that manifestation power. It is the circle of life. And it is in everything. And that means it's in me. And as I speak these words for myself, I speak it for everyone listening right now. That one love, that one intelligence, that creative ability, that desire to express and be in that individualized form that is myself. I am one with that one power. I am one with that love. And right here, right now, I feel it flowing through me. I feel it in me. I feel it as me. And I remove any blockages and restrictions, and I just allow that love to flow. Flow and be within me and out towards the rest of life, to all those other individualized expressions of the one. I release all my inhibitions, I release all my restrictions, and I just allow that love to flow. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for knowing that that is the truth, for feeling that love flow through me. I'm grateful for life itself. I'm grateful for just being and knowing that I am of the one. And in that gratitude, I simply release my word right now, knowing that it is the truth, knowing that it is already so. And if you like, you can say it with me. And so it is.
Love reflecting love, one with the divine, peace expressing heaven bright, light reflecting light.
Thank you, Amy. Okay, so after that, we like to just ground ourselves in who we are and what we do here at the center, and it starts with our vision statement. So say it along with me if you like. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living is a beacon of spiritual illumination that inspires individuals to reveal their wholeness, co-creating a world that works for everyone. So that is our guiding vision here at the center. And this is our mission statement. This is how we fulfill that. The Calgary Center for Spiritual Living makes accessible a way of living and thinking that reveals one's spiritual magnificence and personal power. We co-create an inclusive community that fosters an expansion of consciousness. So there's two things, well, there's many things I love about this, because I was part of the creation process along with many of the practitioners and our other leaders at the center. And I love that we co-create an inclusive community. I can't say that enough. It doesn't matter to us where you come from, what you believe, what your faith tradition is, your sexual preferences, your race, your eye color, whatever. None of that matters. This is an inclusive community. If you are interested in the expansion of consciousness, of your consciousness, of consciousness as the big C consciousness, then you are more than welcome here, no matter what or who you are. Okay, let's get the band back up. Elevation, everybody give them a hand.
There's more than one road to every destination. There's more than one path to any place you go. And the clearest way for me might be the wrong road for you. Different paths, but you get to choose. 'Cause there's more than one road. There's more than one road. There's more than one road to get you where you're going. We are all unique expressions of an ever-present spirit. It's in all that we are, and in every voice we hear it. There is only one life, but how you live, that's your decision. Be carried along, or you can choose to have a vision. 'Cause there's more than one road. More than one road. There's more than one road to get you where you're going.
you. Give it up for Oliver. Wasn't that amazing? I mean, the whole band.
Yeah,
But give it up for
love
Oliver.
it.
All right, so I'll invite our band to head on out. And it is a great pleasure to introduce our guest speaker today, Reverend Doug. So I got a little write-up. I will read most of it. Reverend Doug has instructed for 30 years, for over 2 tenures in the School of Business at the Southern Alberta Institute of Technology. He's been actively involved in the New Thought movement for over 40 years. He founded the Red Deer CSL, and I believe that was after you became a minister and did your training at the Calgary Centre for Spiritual Living many, many decades ago. Well, not many, many decades, but decades ago. And he served as the minister at the Red Deer CSL for 8 years. He served as an associate minister and member of the board of the Joy of Life CSL with Dr. Nadine Rogers for 12 and a half years. Doug is now a member of Calgary CSL, and we're fortunate that he is. Doug's extended ministry includes spiritual services that he provides, such as guest speaking, weddings, memorials, counseling, and self-development awareness classes. He is also in demand as a professional Santa Claus, I call him Santa Doug, and for his custom experience in the Rocky Mountains. And I've had the joy of having a few hikes with Doug in the mountains, so if you ever get the opportunity, I would recommend it. He is a genuine mountain man growing up in the Canadian Rocky Mountains, just around Exshaw and Canmore, if I remember correctly. And his primary message is attitude plus choice equals consequence. His personal motto is, if you change your attitude, you change your experience. Reverend Doug is well known for his passion with respect to learning and application of spiritual principles. So once again, I introduce to you Santa Doug, Reverend Santa Doug. Do you want that up?
Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Let me get this over here. Well, ho, ho, ho. How's everyone today? Woo-hoo! Well, first off, I want to start out by saying a special blessing to all our American friends who are celebrating their traditional Thanksgiving weekend this weekend. And also, it's the harbinger right now of the upcoming season of Christmas. Anybody ever have problems and conflicts in Christmas about giving and receiving and all that stuff? Yeah. And what the goal is today is the talk is thanks living, gratitude, and the greatest gift of all. And the goal is here with this is just to tweak our thinking a little bit going into this season to give us an advantage. Anybody here like an advantage in your life? Guaranteed, if you work these ideas, you'll get a great advantage. Ernest Holmes, our great teacher, opens this up real well for us from the Science of Mind textbook. He said, there is a place in us which lies open to the infinite. But when the Spirit brings its gift by pouring itself through us, it can only give to us what we can take. And that taking is mental. So now we're going to talk about thanks living. We talk about Thanksgiving, but not many people pay attention to the subtlety of thanks living. So Thanksgiving is really an after effect thing. We get something and we thank people. Okay, so it's always an after the effect thing. Well, thanks living is not thanks for outcomes. It's for thanks for the opportunities and acknowledging that our awareness, we are conduits of this divine flow. So it's called thanks living. Now, one of the great teachers from the New Testament, St. Paul, when he was delivering his talks to the Thessalonians, he gave us 3 clues about what this is all about. He said, pray without ceasing. So that means we center ourselves in things that we're going to take on, tasks that we're going to do each and every day. First thing we do before we start is we center ourselves in spiritual consciousness. That's pray without ceasing. And then he said, in everything give thanks. Not give thanks for everything. In everything give thanks. So this is a before we get into the task. We center ourselves in consciousness, in the Spirit, and we give thanks. And that thanks is just our acknowledgement and recognition that what we're doing is a success because Spirit is guiding us and leading us and directing us. And the third thing he says is quench not the Spirit. So he says, don't hold on to restrictions and limitations that choke off the flow of Spirit through us. As Ernest Holmes said, the Spirit can only give us what it can give through us. So we have to clear away any worrying, doubt, and negativity. So that's our job in order to do Thanksgiving. And we get the advantage because we all know about Thanksgiving. Okay? We all work with that. And it's true that we need to keep doing that. And that's part of gratitude too. So with Thanksgiving, here's another one you can get for your holidays here. We'll talk a little bit about that. So when you get your bills this month, give thanks for them. When you get Visa, MasterCard, give thanks. Anybody do that? You know why? Because you wouldn't get the bill if you didn't get something for it. You've already got something for it, so be grateful for it. And as we practice that, we center ourselves in the flow, and there'll always be enough there. You know, one of the things I did back in the days of writing checks, and I still do with e-transfers, I always wrote thank you. Anybody ever do that? Write thank you on the check. I did that with every check I ever wrote for the last 25 years except for one type. Traffic tickets. I haven't got there yet. I just haven't got there. I can't make that connection. So we'll just leave that one out. Okay? But there's so many things to give thanks. But what do we do when we get the bills and all of that? We grumble, moan, complain, talk about money issues. But we forget that we got something for it. That's all it is. So those two things are really important, is to make sure you put the right energy on the money that's going out of you and put the right energy, thanks living, on the tasks and whatever you're partaking in. So we got those two working together really nice. And then we can go over to, I wanted to share one more thing here. What Eric Butterworth in Spiritual Economics said about this. It is an important moment in your life when you discover for yourself the great truth that things may happen around you and things may happen to you, but the only things that really count are the things that happen within you. Wow. So gratitude. Gratitude is an attitude. And it's really hard to find gratitude when we're bunched up in circumstances and situations and conditions that seem overwhelming and negative to us. However, for us that are here today, doesn't matter what life brings us, we need to focus on gratitude because, you see, we have the ways and means and the tools within us and know how to approach any given situation and deal with it, no matter how harsh it is. I don't know whether you ever heard of Viktor Frankl, wrote a book called Man's Search of Meaning. Viktor Frankl was a Jewish psychiatrist that spent 4 years in Auschwitz and survived. And he wrote about his experience in the book. And he said this: we who lived in concentration camps can remember the men who walked through the huts comforting others, giving away their last piece of bread. They may have been few in number, but they offer sufficient proof that everything can be taken from a man but one thing: the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's way in life and one's own way. Circumstances and situations are harsh there. Ours are not, but we sometimes take them on as though they are. So what our job really is to practice gratitude. You know, I retired from SAIT a year ago on April 30th. So from May 1st this year to the end of, or last year to the end of hiking season, I did 110 days hiking and 1,100 kilometers. Not bad for an old guy in the mountains. So I love the mountains. But you know what I'm grateful for? I'm grateful for Lance. Because Lance has opened up a whole new world to me that I knew was there but never got a chance to participate in because I'm too busy in the mountains. And that's the pictures that he posts from his walks in nature in and around the city here and in the other areas with his birds and animals and that. I don't have time to go do that, but do I love what Lance posts? I love it. And I am so grateful for it because it gives me more of what I already am. Ernest Holmes said, gratitude is one of the chief graces of human existence and is crowned in heaven with a consciousness of unity. And it's all relative. You know, we take so much of what we got for granted. We don't even think about it. Let's take toilet paper. When was the last time you pulled a sheaf off and said, thank you, I'm so grateful for it? I'll bet you don't. I didn't, but you know, in 1998, I went through a 21-day light mountaineer expedition with Outward Bound, and we were in the bush on a moving patrol for 18 days. The only person we saw was resupply and two other climbers. And you know, we had some big choices to make when you're carrying all your camping equipment, pots, pans, gear, everything. And no soap, no towels, no, there's none of that. If you were cleaning, you got organic soap for your hands. That's it, so forget the rest of it. And then there comes the question of toilet paper. So we got into a debate. We had to carry a special canister of gasoline and burn cans of plastic bags because it's left pristine. And that was just a little bit too much. So we did 18 days, get that, with no toilet paper. Try it on for size one day. You become very resourceful with the resources. And I tell you, when I got back from that trip and ripped off a sheaf in my very hand, I was going, God, thank you. Am I ever grateful for this? Toilet paper. Rather than the snow like a debit card. So you never know when you're going to get a chance to be grateful. True story, by the way. I remember after that not having a shower for 21 days and walking into a coffee shop to get a coffee and a muffin on my way home, and everybody turned and looked at me. Not because they were looking at me, because they were smelling me. But I didn't bother me. Anyhow, so we're grateful for a lot of things. Folks, get back to being grateful for what you got. That's one of the things Ann and I do. We practice gratitude every day. There is so much to be grateful for. One of the big things for me is I'm grateful for the fact I'm not like I used to be. Whew, much better. And the last thing is the greatest gift of all. Eric Butterworth in Spiritual Economics said one of my most favorite quotes. If you carefully search within yourself, you may come to the awareness that your most important asset is the conscious control of your own life. Nothing else can satisfy or fulfill unless you enjoy the freedom that comes from the control of your inner world of mind and emotions. That's where the freedom comes. And you see, what the greatest gift of all we all have is just we don't acknowledge it and give it. We are I'm the greatest gift of all. Woo! And you know, I'm not like Yale who builds motorcycles. I just drove them. I know how to drive them, but nothing else. I know what I don't know, and I know what I'm not good at, and I don't even try, because I know there's people that like it that do it. I focus in on everything that I'm good at. And it comes out as a mountain man, as a reverend, as a professor, and now as Santa. You have no idea the joy that one can get from Santa. And people say, do you do it for the children? No! We do it for the family. That's what differentiates Anna and I from Mr. and Mrs. Claus, Santa and Mrs. Claus from others, is we are inclusive. We do a treatment to draw the highest and best from the collective consciousness of Santa and Mrs. Claus and personify it in our own unique way. So when I step out, people say, oh, you enjoy dressing up and playing Santa? I go, no, I don't at all. What? Be real clear, I don't play Santa. I don't dress up as Santa. I am Santa. Now, some of you have heard that from me. Now, there's lots of people, anybody that says that, that's what I come back with. I don't do it to be anything other than affirming that's what I am when I'm doing that. That's what I'm Reverend Doug up here. I'm not Santa Doug. I mean, Reverend Doug is playing Santa today, not Santa. Walt Whitman said, oh, well, I live to be the ruler of life, not a slave, to meet life as a powerful conqueror, and nothing exterior to me shall ever take command of me. So it's not about giving away to circumstances and conditions. It's really giving the greatest gift of all, which is the gift of love that you do in your own unique way. So you see Santa Doug, Mountain Man Doug, Reverend Doug, and Professor Doug, totally different venues, but the same unique characteristic, which was God's gift to me, flows through me. And we all have it. And we have to quit denying that. And do that with love, and you got the greatest gift of all. When I was in Red Deer, I had a couple that were very instrumental in starting the center there and helping me with it. Very prosperous and well-to-do couple. Always had nice, extravagant gifts at Christmas for their family. Well, they went through a downturn, you know, the economy thing, and they lost everything. They had their home, their vehicle, you know, and they could eat. But they had nothing for Christmas, and they were really distraught and upset, and they come to me for counseling. I said, well, you got to give them the greatest gift of all. They go, what do you mean? We don't have any money. I said, it's you, the gift of love. Go to a Christmas card store and get a big tacky Christmas card with nothing in it. And make the card unique for each one of your children. Comments, special things. Do that, and at Christmas, give them the greatest gift of all. Well, they took it to task, folks. They went ahead and did it, and the strangest thing happened. They had one of the nicest Christmases that they ever had. And, you know, people say, well, they didn't give anything but that. How could it be nice? Well, because they gave the greatest gift of all, you can't top it. Things cannot top you. Be real clear, you are the greatest gift that you can bring to life. You are the greatest gift of all. I was sitting down, I got a little bench, and I got this little girl sitting beside me. Oh, she's keen. And her sister's a couple of years older, and she's really shy. And the little girl sitting there, she said, oh, it's okay, come over. He's really nice. And you know, what it is children, when they get close to you, they pick up on the energy and they personify it. Another little kid comes up to me and looks at me in the eye and goes, oh, you're the real Santa Claus. And I go, yep, you're right. I am. Okay? So I got lots of that to do. By the way, I'm going to do a little commercial here. If any of you are interested in seeing Santa Doug, I'm working the streets in Kensington from noon to 3 every Saturday. They got horse and wagon rides, they got hot chocolate, they got coffee, live entertainment, and pictures with Santa. And if I'm not by the tree, you listen carefully because you'll hear the bells and ho, 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 because they could hear me 2 or 3 blocks away. I know you find that hard to believe. Okay? And you know, I cannot begin to tell you what that does to me. You know, people like getting high on drugs and stuff like that. I get high here. I get high being Santa. I get really high in the mountains. Okay? A different kind of high, folks. A different kind of high. And it's there for each and every one of us. Deepak Chopra said, awakening is not changing who you are, but discarding who you are not. And that's what we want to keep there, and we want to keep it out to the forefront. Who we are, the way we are, is okay. And they say, well, you don't know what I'm really like, and you don't know what I've done. It don't matter what you've done. I can just about outdo anybody on what you do. It doesn't matter. What matters is where you're at and where you're going and what you do today. Because everything that we do today impacts what's going to happen tomorrow. And I don't know if you ever watch television. I got a series I've been following that I really like. It's called The Blacklist. Anybody here watch The Blacklist? Well, there's an arch crook there named Raymond Reddington, real bad guy. He said something that's really good. He said, getting lost in the past distances from the work of the future. Let it go. It don't matter. The way to redemption and salvation is accepting yourself, who you are, taking that and putting it out there and being okay with it. And then we learn and grow and evolve. So I know for you, as I know for myself, that my soul knows where I need to go and what I need to do to experience peace, prosperity, fulfillment, and happiness. I declare it, I accept it, I know it to be so, and so it is. Woohoo! Thank you. Thank you.
Ever have that awkward silence where you're like, question is why? Why are we here? To say our goodbyes and hellos and disappear. Beautiful life, but what is it for? To learn how to master peace or master war. But there's only one answer that matters. Even when your heart shatter whatever you want, whatever you are after. Love is still the answer. Love is still the answer. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 love. We all make mistakes. No, we're not perfect yet. Maybe God made us all from an accident. But the question that sits on everyone's lips is, why should I pick myself up and start over again? There's only one answer that matters, even when your heart has been shattered. Whatever you want, whatever you are after. Love is still the answer. Love is still the answer. Love, 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 love. Love, 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 Question I'll ask till the end of my days is, what did I give and what will I take? There's only one answer that matters, even when your heart or your dreams have been shattered. Whatever you want, do that one more time. Love, 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 love. Thank you.
Elevation. There we go. I'm going to just have that going through my head. Love, love, love. Can I just get a quick, I should have done this earlier, but thank you, Santa Doug. That was an awesome talk. Appreciate it. And did I hear something about Kensington later today? Is that right?
No, 12 to 3 on Saturday.
12 to 3 on Saturdays. Okay, thank you for clarifying. All right, so once again, Amy Bishop, Lisa Jacobs, Louise Travar, Stephanie Chapman, awesome, and Oliver Miguel. All right, so now is the time to participate in circulation of life, in this case, in a financial way. So for anybody who's online, you can do so by e-transfer, through the website, send us a check, give us a call to the office on Monday to Thursday, 10 to 3. And then we also have a conscious commitment, which is a monthly amount that can be taken out of a credit card or bank account. So I ask you to just say with me right now, our conscious giving affirmation. I live in a universe of abundance. As I freely and joyfully give, I join in the divine flow. And all that I give returns to me, multiplied abundantly. I am so blessed, and so it is. All right, now we got to sing, and I got to choose. So we are going to thank life.
I thank life for everything. 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 Yeah. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything. I thank life for everything.
Yeah. All right. And we will wrap up the show for the afternoon. So this is hard to do with a mic, but I believe we've been doing this thing where you rub your hands together.
Yeah.
So let's do that. You don't have to look quite as awkward as I do. So think about who you would like to send some love to, some love out into that life. Keep a little bit for yourself, but right now we're going to send it out. Are you ready? On the count of 3, we will swoosh this away. 1, 2, 3. Thank you, everyone. Have a blessed afternoon.
Back when I had a little, I thought that I needed a lot. A little was overrated, but a lot was a little too complicated. See, 0 didn't satisfy me, 1,000,000 didn't make me happy. That's when I learned the lesson that it's all about your perception. Hey! Are you a popper or a superstar? So you act, so you feel, so you are. It's not about the size of your car, it's about the size of the faith in your heart. And there's hope, doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh, better thank God for that. There's hope, doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh, better thank God for that. Out in the backcountry of Brazil, I met a young man who made me feel I could accomplish anything. See, just like me, he wanted to sing. He had no windows and no doors. He lived a simple life and was extremely poor. On top of all of that, he had no eyesight. That didn't keep him from seeing the lights. What's it like where you're living today? And all I did was complain. He told me living here is paradise. Taught me paradise is in your mind. You know there's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. Better thank God for that. There's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. Better thank God for that. There's hope. Every time I turn on the TV, there's hope. Somebody's acting crazy. If you let it, it will drive you crazy. So I'm taking back my power today. Gas prices, they just keep on rising. Government, they keep on lying. We've got to keep on surviving. Live in the truth and do the best you can do, 'cause there's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. Better thank God for that. There's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. You better thank God for that. There's hope. Stand up for your right. Keep shining your light. Show the world a smile. There's hope. Stand up for your right. Keep shining your light. Show the world a smile. There's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. Better thank God for that. There's hope. Doesn't cost a thing to smile. Don't have to pay to laugh. You'd better thank God for that.